When my daughter Lily told us she was getting married again, the room went quiet. Not the warm, surprised quiet, more like the kind that settles in right before someone says something they shouldn't. My son Aaron was the first to speak. "Aren't you moving a little fast?" he asked, leaning back in his chair with that familiar half-smirk. "I mean, after everything with your last husband?" Lily didn't flinch. She'd learned not to. Her first marriage had been to a rising tech consultant, someone Aaron admired until the man disappeared, with Lily's savings and half her confidence. It had taken years for her to rebuild herself. "This time," Lily said calmly, "I'm marrying someone kind." Aaron laughed. Not a chuckle, a laugh. "And what does Mr. Kind do for a living?" he asked. Lily hesitated just for a second. "His name is Daniel. He works at the Grand Crest Hotel." Aaron's eyebrows shot up. "Doing what?" "He's a dishwasher." The laugh came again, louder this time. "A dishwasher?" Aaron repeated. "Lily, you went from a tech consultant to scraping plates." My stomach tightened. "Aaron," I warned. But he waved me off. "I'm just saying. We worked our way up for a reason. Degrees, careers, standards." Lily's face reddened, but her voice stayed steady. "Daniel works hard. He's honest. He shows up every day. That's more than I can say for some people with titles." Aaron leaned forward. "Honest doesn't pay bills. Or college funds. Or retirement." Daniel wasn't there that night. Lily said he had a late shift. I wondered if that was on purpose. The wedding was small. Backyard. Folding chairs. Lily wore a simple dress, smiling like someone who had finally stopped asking for approval. Daniel shook my hand firmly, looked me in the eye and said, "Thank you for raising such a strong woman." Aaron whispered to his wife, just loud enough for me to hear, "Hope love covers rent." I should have said something then. I didn't. A year later, Lily invited us all to dinner. "Daniel got promoted," she said over the phone. "Nothing huge, but he's proud." Aaron snorted when he heard. "Head dishwasher?" I arrived early. Lily's house was modest but spotless. Daniel was in the kitchen, sleeves rolled up, cooking like he'd done it his whole life. "Nice place," I said. "Thank you," he replied. "We worked hard for it." Aaron came in late, expensive watch flashing, phone glued to his ear. He ended the call loudly. "Big account," he announced. "Company's considering me for regional director." Daniel smiled politely. "That's impressive." Aaron looked him up and down. "So what's the promotion? Extra soap?" The table went silent. Lily's fork froze midair. "Aaron." "I'm kidding," he said. "Relax, we're family." Daniel didn't react. He just nodded and kept eating. That bothered Aaron more than if Daniel had snapped back. Later, as dessert was served, Aaron leaned in. "So Daniel," he said, "ever wish you'd aimed higher?" Daniel wiped his hands with a napkin. "I aim exactly where I need to." Aaron laughed. "Right, plates don't judge." Daniel met his eyes. "People do." That shut him up for about 5 seconds. "You know," Aaron continued, "I manage people who earn more in a month than you do all year." Daniel smiled. "Then I hope you treat them well." That was when Aaron crossed the line. "Just promise me one thing," he said. "If Lily ever needs real support, financial support, you'll step aside." Lily stood up. "Get out." Aaron blinked. "What?" "Get out." He scoffed, grabbed his jacket and muttered, "You'll see. Love doesn't last when the money runs out." Daniel didn't chase him. He just reached for Lily's hand and held it. 3 weeks later, Aaron called me in a panic. "Dad," he said, voice tight. "Something weird happened at work." Aaron worked for Titan Systems, a massive logistics and infrastructure firm. He'd been bragging about it for years. "The CEO's office called," he said. "They want me at headquarters tomorrow, personally." "That sounds good," I said. "No," he replied. "It doesn't. They don't do that ever." The next day, Aaron wore his best suit. He practiced answers the whole drive. At headquarters, he was escorted, not to a conference room, but to the executive floor. The CEO, Martin Hale, stood by the window when Aaron entered. "Mr. Carter," Hale said, "sit." Aaron did. "I'll get straight to it," the CEO continued. "Do you know Daniel Brooks?" Aaron frowned. "No, should I?" Hale turned, studying him carefully. "Interesting. Because Daniel Brooks knows you." Aaron's pulse jumped. "I don't—" "He works at the Grand Crest Hotel," Hale said. "Or rather, he did." Aaron's mouth went dry. He resigned last week, Hale continued. Came to work for us. Aaron stared. As what? Hale smiled faintly. Senior operations analyst. Special projects. That's not possible, Aaron said. He's a dishwasher. Hale raised an eyebrow. He was undercover. Aaron's head spun. Daniel Brooks, Hale said, is one of the most capable efficiency experts I've ever met. We hired him years ago to evaluate real-world operational failures, hospitality, logistics, human behavior. Aaron swallowed. He worked dish pits, loading docks, janitorial crews, Hale said. He wanted to understand systems from the ground up. Aaron's voice cracked. Why? Because spreadsheets lie, Hale said. People don't. Aaron shifted in his seat. Why am I here? Hale slid a folder across the desk. Inside were reports, complaints, emails. Aaron's name was everywhere. Your division has the highest turnover rate, Hale said. Lowest morale. And one recurring note, Aaron whispered. What note? Hale leaned forward. You mock people. Aaron's stomach dropped. Specifically, Hale continued, those you consider beneath you. Aaron tried to speak. Nothing came out. Daniel Brooks observed you, Hale said. At a family dinner. At a charity event. At the hotel. When your company held a conference. Aaron's ears rang. You laughed at him, Hale said. You laughed at the work. Hale stood. We're reassigning you. To where? Aaron asked, barely audible. Hale smiled. Facilities. Night shift. 6 months. Aaron stared. That's demotion. It's education, Hale said. Daniel's recommendation. Aaron didn't tell anyone at first, but 6 months is a long time to hide a uniform. One night, Lily called me, voice shaking. Dad, Aaron's here. I drove over immediately. Aaron sat on Lily's couch, shoulders slumped, hands rough and scraped. No watch, no suit. Daniel stood in the kitchen, calm as ever. I'm sorry, Aaron said, staring at the floor. I didn't know. Lily crossed her arms. Didn't know what? That he was him, Aaron said, nodding toward Daniel. Daniel stepped forward. I was still me. Aaron's eyes filled. I treated you like nothing. Daniel nodded. Yes. Silence stretched. I scrub floors now, Aaron said. Clean bathrooms. Load trash. People look right through me. He laughed bitterly. Funny how that works. Lily's voice softened. And now? Aaron looked up. Now I see you didn't marry down. I did. Daniel sat across from him. Respect isn't about position, he said. It's about how you treat people when no one's watching. Aaron swallowed hard. Will you tell the CEO I'm trying? Daniel considered him for a long moment. I already did, he said. That's why you're still employed. Aaron exhaled, shaking. I don't expect forgiveness, he said to Lily, but I hope. Maybe one day. Lily nodded slowly. That depends on what you do next. Months later, Aaron finished his reassignment. He returned quieter, kinder. He learned names. He listened. Daniel stayed at Titan, but never stopped showing up for Lily. And one night as we sat at dinner again, Aaron raised his glass. To Daniel, he said. The hardest working man I know. Daniel smiled. And this time, no one laughed.